Welcome to the opening day of the 2025 44 Cup World Championships, taking place this year in Scheveningen, the Netherlands. Hosted by Monaco-based Dutchman Nico Poons, his team Charisma is one of the favourites this week, having won back-to-back RC44 World Championship titles in 2021 and 2022. The 12-boat lineup of high-performance owner-driver one designs will face strong tides, big breeze and a rolling swell this week. So let's jump straight into the action on the water. So we're looking out from Scheveningen out onto the North Sea. It's 50 seconds to go before the start of the first race, and we have a windy and overcast day we're looking at. The boats are all lining up for this start. There's a lot of tide on this race course, and we've got 15 knots-ish blowing down the race course from right to left as we look at this screen. 30 seconds to go. Up nearest the camera is Artemis with Peninsula next to them. We've got a pack of 6 boats in the starboard end of the start line. One boat, and the Calero Marina boat on starboard, coming up the line really fast. 13 seconds to go. Are they going to be early? It's currently raining. It's a different set of conditions to what they've seen in the last few regattas. On Charisma here, Charisma is the boat that is the local boat. They are looking to sail superbly well this regatta, hiking hard. Ivan Pert, the bowman, just come back in and got into the rope to hike hard off here. And looking upwind here, there's a white boat going back already. The Spanish are going back already from an on-course side start. As we're looking down from the Wimmer Mark back into the fleet, we can see a closely compacted number of boats coming in from the right hand side of the screen there. That's the side nearest to the shore. As we look, Charisma here, Charisma has seen one boat, but have they seen the second? No, they haven't. And a collision. Oh my gosh, a calamitous collision. The mast on Peninsula has come down as well, and that is such a sad and unfortunate situation to have in the first possible race of this championships. The rest of the boats don't know what to do. They're trying to desperately get out of the way, and this boat also has a big issue because it's had a collision. Meanwhile, looking at the top of the fleet, there's Team Aqua rounding the top mark in the lead from Team Artemis, with Team Gamera hitting the Wimmer mark. Team Gamera hitting the Wimmer mark. They will have to do a penalty turn if they're seen, and the boat next to them is also stopped as well. That's likely to be Team Nika. Round the outside of the whole of that is Team Wow. Team Wow coming around the outside. They've got the grey deck and the black hull. Looking then Black Star. There's a penalty already going on the Team Gamera boat. The Swedish boat is doing a penalty turn there. Looking back up the course, it's a windy downwind they've all had to deal with. People struggling to manage some of these big spinnakers. The leading boat, however, Team Aqua, a nice approach into a port rounding out onto the right-hand side of the racecourse here. The second boat round is going to be Artemis. Artemis rounding in 2 with Team Siref Vader in 3, from Aleph in 4. All the teams coming into this bottom mark are now trying desperately to get the rig all set up for going upwind. The rain's coming down, but it's Team Aqua that's sailing a masterclass at the moment. Their boat is speeding out away from the top mark, with the second boat, bow 26, coming in. That's Team Artemis in second. Team Artemis bowman trying to hold on to that big Jenica on the bow there. It's then bow 11, Team Sierra Vader, from bow 17, Team Aleph in third and fourth, with Black Star bow 27 in fifth. It looks like it's going to be a very, very tumultuous downwind. There's a huge amount of effort going in to get these sails changed to the right angle to going downwind and hoist that big Jenica. The bowman trying desperately to get the tack line out, and the bow people all working feverishly here. Looking down the course, it's all compressed. The boat coming into the finish in the lead is Team Aqua. They have come round and just nicking in at the finish to win the race. But it's a speeding Team Sierra Vader who come in 2 from then Artemis in 3. So they leapfrog a boat on this last downwind. And in 4 is Team Aleph. So a great downwind from the boat from Slovenia. In 5 is Black Star and Gamera in 6. Wow, what a change of events in that race. So the first race of the series, we have Aqua first, Sierra Vader second, Artemis third, Aleph 4, Black Star 5. As we look to the conditions for race 2, it's still pouring down with rain as that race finishes. So 45 seconds to go before the start of race 2. It's not raining now, but the wind's still up. There's a lot of boats a long way from the start line. The tide's obviously changed and people trying desperately to get back to the line in time. The boats closest to the line are Black Star at this end, nearest the camera. Team Nika here, current world champions, are making their progress towards the line. Their pitman here is working to make sure that it's all tidy, but they have got the right tension on the runners, which is what he's winding here. The bowman already hiking, making sure he's over the side, hiking as hard as he can in approach to the line. It's 1 second to go and gun. Still many boats not even close to the line, and several already on port, having misjudged the amount of water flow they're sailing against. At this end, it's Black Star, who obviously like the port tack shift off the line. They're on port already, but slamming in some big waves. The swell is really quite big here, considering these boats are 44 feet long. The bows are all pitching hard into the waves. And as we look at the fleet, some who are at this side of the racecourse are already tacking out to get onto port to get the lifted tack. But it's very tough on port. The bows of the boats are all struggling to be able to make it through those waves. As we look at the fleet, that we see the good starts with the people at the pin end of the start line. Has that translated? Yes, that has. It's Team Gamera, the young guns from Sweden, coming in, having rounded that inner limit mark. They have a sizable lead. It's at least 5 lengths to their nearest boat, which is Team Aleph in second. It's going to be easy for the grey boat to do their rounding. They're coming in here, even in this swell, with a nice bit of room. It's Team Wow going to be in second, it looks like. They're doing a great job. From Turkey, sailing their first season in the class, doing a great job here. They're going to be around in 2. Securing that from the French team in 3. Who's it going to be in 4? It's going to be 3 from Aleph. It's going to be 4. Oh no, it's going to be 3 round the top mark from Team Artemis. Aleph have to avoid. They were on port, they have tacked onto starboard, but they have to avoid. It's now Charisma who has to avoid the next boat coming around. They have to give room to the inside boat, and the boat inside them is Bow 28. That's the winners of race 1, which is Team Aqua. The boats rounding in 7th is Black Star from Nika from Sierra Vader, and then the Spanish team, Team Calero Marinas, in 10th and 11th. Here we are with Nika. The kite's going up. The tack line is being pulled out hard there. The grinders are working to be able to sheet the sail in, as well as put it up to the top of the mast. Clicking the winches into the next gear, making sure they've got the rest of the ropes organised. Now it's all about sitting back, hiking hard, and getting the boat ripping and up to speed. It's Team Gamera. All about them at the moment. They come in, they've called a ley line from a way out. They're a little low on the starboard rounding mark here, but they're coming in with pace. They're coming in with pace to drop the kite early, and they're rounding up onto the breeze, trimming up nicely, and will do a lovely exit to that mark, sailing super smoothly and super well. Who is it going to be? It's Team Artemis on the right of our picture, who's coming into the other mark. They're dropping their kite slightly earlier, and it's the French team, France 17, coming around to do a starboard rounding. They are probably going to make it round in 2 from Team Artemis in 3 and Team Wow in 4. The tide and the conditions spreading the fleet out a lot more this time in this first 5 boats part of the race. Oh, but there's a weird drop going on the boat in 5. They look like they've got an issue with their spinnaker. The spinnaker has gone in the water. The boat's slowing down a lot, and the boat in 6 is now coming down to round inside them and get round inside them. It's Team WOW, unfortunately, have made a little loss there. The rest of the boats in 6, 7 and 8 are now making a gain relative to them and coming back into them fast. So, at the top mark in race 2, it's Gamera. A sizable lead now. A very big margin for them going for this last downwind. That should be pretty comfortable for them. But who is it in 2 and 3? It are the old hands. It's the team from France, the Aleph racing team. They are in a commanding 2nd place. However, 3 boat links behind them is Team Charisma. This is the home team, the hopes of the Dutch nation resting on their shoulders. They are pushing, scything through the fleet in this race. The tack line coming out from the pitman. The people on the boat working to get that big white sail to fill. As we look at their boat, they are sailing now in slightly less wind. It's a slightly lighter breeze now than we had in the first upwind and in the first race. They're exiting the mark on starboard jibe. Artemis in 4, Nika in 5. It looks like it's going to be Team Aqua in 6, with Black Star in 7, with Team Calera Marinas in 8, and Team Sierra Vader in 9. This race has got still plenty to play for after the leader, though. It's Team Gamera who's going to win this race. They've done a superb job from start to finish. But the next boat round, who's it going to be? It looks like there's an overtake that's happened, and there's a jibe to be sought after onto this ley line. There's a jibe having just been rolled by the boat that's on port, and the kite goes in between the jib. The kite's all wrapped. The kite's wrapped on the boat that was in 2nd. Are they going to get it to fill? Yes, they are. They are going to get it to fill, but are they now going to miss out to the boat that's on the far right of those 3 boats on the screen there? It's the left boat of those 3 is Team Artemis. The middle boat, I think, is Team Aleph. And the right-hand boat, is that going to be Team Charisma, who had a disastrous first race? And as they're all coming in fighting hard for those positions, the rest of the fleet are encroaching on their lead. It looks like it's going to be the team from the local team coming around in finishing this race in 2nd. It is Team Charisma who finishes 2nd in that race. From Team Artemis, are they going to get down and into this finish line? Who is going to get it on that final approach into the line? Is it going to be this end, 26, or is it going to be 17? It's 26 from 17. It's Artemis from Aleph. That's such a close finish. That's why this fleet is so sought after by the owner drivers. They love being in this passionate exchange of combat between boats. Here we come down into the finish as well. Plenty more to be played for. So after race 2, that changes things up. It's Artemis Racing, a nice solid start to this day, 3-3, with Gamera Racing a 6th and then a 1st in the last race. Team Aqua is now 3rd with a 1st and a 7th. We're coming into the 3rd race of the day, and what are we going to see? It's likely to be a little bit lighter, and as we look at the conditions now, it's brightened up, the sky's cleared, the heating of the sun on the land has made bubbly cumulus happen, and now potentially we get a little increase in the breeze, maybe because of the fact that we've got some more heating going on. 10 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds to go. Gamera at the starboard end. They obviously think there's a bit of a bias to that end because there's Nika here too. Gun! Gamera with the best start. With Aqua very close. Nika, the next boat to windward of Gamera, tacking already. They are happy to tack out and try and look for something on port tack. Aleph behind, but tacking out. They're hoping for some clear space and clear gauge. Down at the far end, a couple of black boats down that far end. I think it might be Sierra Vader at the pin end. Looking at the boats after the start, we have 3 boats wanting the right-hand side. Gamera, Nika, Aleph, and now Aqua. These 4 boats are keen to tack out and try and take a shift, and potentially B, if there's current advantage, some current advantage as well. The rest of the fleet are into a hold on starboard off the line. At the top, it's been the right by the looks of things, because Gamera's coming in second, but they've got a tack to do. Are they going to be able to complete in time? There's an infringement there from my side of things, looking at this from on up above, but the umpires will tell. The boat rounding the top is Team Nika. Team Nika off the right-hand side and out to that side. It's Nika first, second Gamera, third Charisma. They were more in the pack off the start line. It looks like Gamera have got a penalty potentially. 5th and 6th and 7th all round very much at the same time. It's amazing how close this racing is. Down the run, the people who've come into this race, the leaders are coming down, and they're coming down into a lovely easy rounding here. They're rounding the boat up. It's Team Nika showing a bit of a masterclass in this race. Meanwhile, the rest of the fleet have all sorts of a ding-dong going on. Team Artemis in 3, but they have 2 boats speeding in at full pace coming across in port, and the angle that both of those boats in 2 and 3 on starboard are giving room to the people coming in on port. The rest of the fleet are having to make some difficult choices now. Do I try and go and make it easy on one jibe in on starboard, or do I drop and go slightly further downwind to get to the other mark? It is a tough rounding. There's boats rounding outside, boats rounding on the inside. It's all hugely hectic coming in that lower mark. What's that mean as we come back up the race course? Well, it's very even, that's what it means. Nika is gone. They are in the distance doing a horizon job, but we have Aleph and Charisma. Aleph sailing superbly well, fast, and making sure they're already on the lane on already. It's a gain for the boat from Slovenia. Team Siref Vader look like they're in about 4th position here, tacking to consolidate their 4th position relative to Team Aqua and Team Artemis. The grey boat, Team Gamera, tacks back. They tack back onto starboard. They want to make sure that the other boats are having to manoeuvre and slow down before they approach the top mark. Charisma, rounding in 2, is in a good, solid position here. They're going to spare away, pop the chute, and get going. But they have pressure from Team Aleph. The 3rd boat in this pack, the 4th boat round in this race, is Team Siref Vader, and the next boat round is going to be Gamera. Gamera is having a great regatta so far, and their sister ship, Team Artemis, the Tornquist family, doing a great job here on day 1 of the 44 Cup Netherlands. We're looking back from the finish up into the fleet. The wind has built a little. Now the clouds have cleared, and this race is all about Team Nika. They've sailed absolutely spectacularly in this one and made it look very, very simple from the word go. They picked the side they wanted to and are now sailing down through the finish line to secure the last win of the race, the win of race 3. Nika come into the finish to secure the win of race 3 on day 1 of the 44 Cup Scheveningen. Who is it going to be for the position 2, 3, 4 and 5? It is super close right now. There are 4 boats that we can see on this screen looking like they are in contention for this. Some are laying in a pressed up mode coming into the pin end of the line, and the other boats are coming into the right hand side of the line. And as we speak, there are also boats coming in on starboard. Team Gamera coming across on starboard, making a boat jibe. Who have they made jibe? That's going to cost them dearly. The boat coming down on port, sinking deep into the finish line. They are desperately trying to keep their pace going, but it's very difficult. The other 2 boats at the far end of the line on the left-hand side of your screen are going to be able to come in at pace and speed down into this finish line. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the boat at this end? It is going to be the boat at this end, just from the boat at the far end. It's Team Sierra Vader, who gets second from Team Aleph in third. Is Charisma, who's got a fight on her hands for fourth. Charisma just now fourth from, it looks like, Artemis in fifth, with Gamera in sixth. So after 3 races in the 44 Cup Scheveningen, it's Team Sierra Vader who leave the 262 from Aleph Racing with a 431. There are very little points in it. It's 10 points for leaders, 11 points for second. Gamera Racing in third with 12. Artemis in fourth with 12. Team Nika of 13 in fifth. And Aqua in sixth and 16 points. Well, after the first race today with that unfortunate crash, we hearts go out to Team Peninsula. But what a great day of racing. There have been wind, rain and all sorts of fun and games on the water. Looking forward to a great day in race 2 of the 40 Cup Scheveningen.